On today's episode 15, when your girlfriend says she needs alone time, she is definitely playing without you. When you want your boyfriend to choke you, try not to choke him unconscious first. And when you're talking dirty during sex, moaning your own name is definitely a no-go. On Advice Unfiltered. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Advice Unfiltered, the podcast with Christopher David and Tony Rodriguez, and episode 15, bro.
Episode 15!
Episode 15!
What's going on?
How you guys doing? Doing episode 15.
Favorite day of the week.
It is the favorite day of the week. I love Tuesdays.
All right. It's so exciting. We got special guests in the house. As always, we got Ming. Ming is back.
What's up, Ming?
Ming is like me. He decided I'm not traveling anymore to Newark Airport. And
Newark Airport's horrible, man.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's the worst, bro. Freaking, I know a family that just came back from Orlando, and their flight got delayed both times, there and back, 5 hours.
Bro, here's the worst. Real quick before we get a story, shout out to our resident Gen Z. I fucked this up. Gen Z, Tyler's in the house. We got the whole family here today.
We got the kids in the house.
We got the
My
little
son
dude
Avery's here.
Avery's here watching. Shout out
What's up,
Avery.
Woo!
Woo!
My boy.
Yeah, we got the whole fam in the house today. But going back to
Dad's representing.
Yes. Yeah, it's like
Dads are representing right now.
Like for Mother's Day, we're gonna bring everybody for us.
Yeah. Mother's Day's over. On to Father's Day coming up.
But you know, it's funny. I went and posted. I was like, you know what? I'll post. I'm at Newark Airport. I'll just let people know how it is.
Yeah.
So I posted it and I got right in. Well, first of all, here's the problem. Real IDs in New Jersey, we have the lowest compliance rate in the country. Less than 17% of people have a real ID.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So you needed a real ID, and Newark's...
Dude, I heard the wait list to get it is crazy.
Bro, it's months.
Yeah, like months.
Months.
Like you have to literally be on there every morning and scan every morning to see if it's opening.
In all fairness, it's the only time I'll ever support the DMV because they suck. I say this. They've been telling people about real IDs for 3 years.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's busy because people saw the dedeadline coming.
Yeah, but even though, in Pennsylvania, man, where I tried to get it, I couldn't get it. I tried. I got my license renewed, and they didn't have any. They didn't have any. There was nothing I can get.
Bro, it took forever. I got it, and then I got to the front of the line. I thought it was going to be awesome. They're going to hand me my real ID, and they were like, yeah, we're going to mail it to you in a few weeks. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But Newark, so I posted on Newark Airport, got right in. 50-some thousand people were commenting about either, hey, thanks for the heads up, or B, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. By the way, I travel about 70 times a year, 55 round trips plus one way. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I already knew when I was coming home, though. I knew it. So I was telling Ming, I booked a 7 a.m. flight, knowing it was going to get canceled. I knew it. And I just all right, cool. I'll just work until they tell me to show up at the airport. 7 delays, 2 cancels, finally made it. I posted on the way back, and of course you had people writing me going, told you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I was like, bro, it's travel.
Yeah, dude.
But Newark Airport went down for the 3rd time. So as much as I travel, Ming is a Comic-Con superstar, famous person. He's like, I'm not traveling either.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude.
So, don't travel right now.
Yeah, don't travel anywhere in Newark, New Jersey.
It's a little scary when they tell you, your tower's gone out 3 different times.
Oh, not only that, but did you see in the thing today, they said that there's usually 14 people on staff in the tower, and they had 2.
Oh, 2.
2. There was 14, and they had 2 people in the tower.
The best was replacement parts are coming from eBay, and they still operate on floppy disk. People don't even know.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
eBay.
Does
he even know what a floppy disk is?
I don't think people know what a floppy disk is unless you're our age.
How do you have a fucking machine that takes a floppy disk?
A floppy disk.
I didn't even know. I didn't know they still made those.
I've traveled enough where I'm always amazed at how it runs and how efficient it is. And in the backup plans, but it's hard when someone comes out and goes, believe me, you're safe. We just lose you occasionally.
We just lose you. We just lose a little dot on the screen. That's it. But you're still in the air.
You're still fine. You're still in the air.
You're still in the air. You're good.
Oh God,
That's
so much.
scary.
So that's crazy. And Mother's Day. So happy Mother's.
How was your wife's Mother's Day and everybody?
Oh well, you know what's really great about Mother's Day for my wife is I mean this, and I know anyone who listens, I mean this wholeheartedly. You don't have to be someone's birth parent to be their mother.
Nope.
And shout out to her. She has been around for years, and she holds it down. I always cringe when she tells people, she's like, "Oh, he's not, actually my son." I'm like, "No, you're his mom. You're a mom to him." Yeah. And not saying you replace his mother. I'm just saying you hold it down. So
my stepfather Dennis is my dad.
Yeah. So she had a great time. We took her out, got her hammered. Had some fun. It was a good Mother's Day. Yeah. Took her out, got her some presents. So she said she felt loved, which is awesome. Got her some cool gifts.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And outside that, how was what do you let's find out. How do you feel about go ahead, what were you gonna say?
Before anything, speaking of holidays are coming up, someone's birthday's tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Is it your birthday, Tony?
My birthday's tomorrow.
Your birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah, birthday's tomorrow.
He tried to sneak that by you, bro.
That's a good sound away.
47.
How old are you be?
47.
So you went this arm 22 times, and I hit that one freaking 24. What do you want?
47 tomorrow. So
47.
Yeah, I was born on Mother's
Day. So listen,
Day.
that means tomorrow we're working out together, and you're doing 47 reps on everything we're doing.
God, well, I'll be in the gym to lift tomorrow.
47 reps.
I'll do 47 of something. I don't know what it'll be.
47 reps.
But I was born on Mother's Day. My mother was
born on Mother's Day.
My mother was the youngest.
Selfish bastard.
Listen to this, Christian. Mom, I love you so much when I say this. I say it lovingly to you. My mother was the youngest mother at that time to ever give birth on Mother's Day.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a picture of her. The Flemington Fur Company gave her a mink stole, and gave the oldest mom a mink stole.
Oh, that's cool.
And now here's the funny thing. Years later, I always look back on it, and I'm like, Mom, you're such a whore.
That's like so.
That's so great.
You know what I do every year? So I got 2 baby mamas, right? So I've been doing this for 26 years. Isaiah will be 26, my oldest son. Every Mother's Day, I send her a text. Says, "Happy Mother's Day."
Yeah.
You're welcome. So you wouldn't be a mom if it wasn't for me being there. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. So I know I was going to come into the Netflix thing on Saturday, but I always do my Mother's Day on Saturday, and I celebrate my wife on Sunday. But the problem is I don't go out to eat anywhere on Sunday because I hate prefix menus. Yeah. And everywhere you go, the menu sucks.
All prefix.
All prefix. It sucks.
Yeah.
So happy Mother's Day out there to everybody. We appreciate you.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yeah. So and did you feel like Regina's like a mom? I'm not saying she replaced you. I'm just saying she's like a mom to you.
Regina's been around so long, longer than I can honestly remember. She's a mom to me.
Yeah.
She's not.
I mean, she's been around since he's been 5.
Yeah. No, I get it, dude. No, I said that was the same way. He was around when I was 5, freaking, and
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
No, look, it's just more people who love you.
And honestly, you wish that, right? Like, first, being a father in this situation, you hope that the person that they marry is good enough and loves your kid enough to be able to have that title.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And look, and I'll give a shout out to his stepdad essentially, because his stepdad Jason, every time I ask, Jason's a great guy, done great things for Tyler, always supports him. So I have nothing but hey, I'm like, it's a person who cares about you, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody who loves children no matter what, unless you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
And you should get murdered.
You should be murdered.
Outside that, in the news. Mother's Day. Oh, by the way, I'm sure you saw this. This is the most ridiculous thing I saw, but I kind of want your opinion on since you're a trainer. You already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, the 100
Is it
people.
100 men versus 1 gorilla?
Fucking a gorilla would rip them apart, bro.
Here's what I try to explain to people. In any other insect world, 100 ants go to war.
Yes.
100 bees go to war. No ant runs the other way.
Yes.
Right? They kill themselves, commit suicide. Yep. They're in.
Yes.
Humans?
They're not doing that.
90 of them are out.
The moment that gorilla rips your fucking head off,
bro,
and starts biting it in front of everybody and starts taking limbs off of them and beating people with the limbs of the person that they just grabbed, you're gonna run away.
Yes, 100%. People are hardwired.
Yeah, like there's no you don't understand they're like chimpanzees. You know what they do to people?
Oh my! They rip their faces and their dicks off.
Yeah, they rip their faces and their dicks off.
They do.
They literally go. They bite your nose off. Hello, it's a freaking 800-pound gorilla.
Dude, there was a.
That's nothing but muscle. Like, you don't understand. Like,
They
the
swing-
power of that thing.
They swing from trees. Their arms are.
Their hands are
jacked.
as big as your head.
It's so.
Yeah, dude. No, there's a UFC fighter, Jean Saint Pierre.
George St. Pierre,
Yeah.
baby, he's the
So,
best.
did you ever hear about him with the gorilla?
No, but I'm sure he tried to.
Dude,
he tried to wrestle one.
No, so he was on a one of those silverback hike things.
Oh,
whatever,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
Where you can
yes,
see the
I did
gorilla.
hear-
He said he was sitting there crouched down, and the male gorilla came up behind him and turned his back to him, sat up to him back like this, and looked at him over his shoulder to let him. And the guy goes, and when the guy got away from the tour guy said, "You know why I did that?" And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because he was showing you weren't a threat.
You're not a threat.
You're not a threat." He's like, "I'll give you my most vulnerable side because there's nothing you can do."
He's like, "I don't
you
give
know
a
what I mean?
fuck."
There's not a fucking thing you can do, John St. Pierre. You know what I mean? Freaking so I'm saying to you, like, no, you would lose. Me and my son got an argument about this before. He's like, "Oh man, all I do is grab." I was like, "Dude, you don't understand." Like, he would start ripping limbs off, bro. Like, it wouldn't be like he would rip limbs off, run through everybody.
Oh my God, bro.
Like, all right, picture a 350-pound linebacker, right?
Yeah,
He gets stopped by 2 or 3 people. It's an 800-pound gorilla.
bro. There's no way.
There's no way.
Like I said, if you were telling me that 100 people go into it knowing they're gonna die, I get it. Then I could see it, but I just don't see 100. I don't know 100 people that are that brave.
No. And the human would eventually pick up a weapon.
Yes. Well,
Because the gorilla would be using limbs. He'd be ripping people's limbs off and just beating you with them.
the best.
Fucking.
The best meme I saw was this guy. He said, "Oh, I'll be the first one." He's, "I'm gonna run right at the gorilla. The gorilla's gonna run at me, and right before we engage, he's like, I'm gonna wink at him and tell him I'm on your side."
Did you see the one where it showed the last survivor of the?
Oh, and he's
like in his arms, he's cradling him. He's like making him sing a song. He's like, sing.
It's from a movie. I can't remember what it's up the boat or whatever. But it's a funny thing. He's in the arms singing. So
yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, so no, I think the gorilla would win.
yeah.
I
So
don't care what anybody says. Isaiah, if you're watching, I don't give a fuck. The gorilla would win.
yeah, like I said, I don't know 100. They're like, 100 Brian Shaws, 100 John. First of all, you don't have those. Second of all, I'm telling you, the first 10 people that die, the other 80 plus people are out. Nobody's sticking around.
And his endurance level is going to be so freaking high. I mean, you got to understand something. Like, all he does is move all day. All day. Up rocks, up trees, moving all day. You know, breaking branches, trees, all day. Like, there's nothing else for him to do.
Yeah.
You know, you might work out in the gym for an hour, bro.
For 1 hour a day.
For 1 hour a day. Like, this dude's doing this like 12 hours a day. Yeah, no way.
So
It's funny.
all right. But here's a good one for you. This is what I was going to tell you. So our resident politician from South Jersey. So
Oh, Megan?
Megan chimed in, and you ready for
What's
this?
up, Megan?
Shout out Megan. And Megan, I love you more and more every day. She said, "Look, here's the deal." She gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She gave me 8 days in August.
In August?
She gave weather planned as a backup. She sent me the car list. It's been cleared.
No fucking
Ferrari F58, 3 different versions. The Super Ferrari 90, 1,000 horsepower carbon fiber. 2 Corvette Callaway Speedsters. A 1992 Callaway Bridgestone Run Flat. And a drop-top Rolls Royce. Take your pick. She gave me the dates.
I only get to pick one?
She gave me the dates and everything. She just said, pick whatever you want to drive. There are several cars, so plan for a full day.
Okay.
So
I'm there. I'm in. I'm there every date you gave.
So we might have to take the podcast on Live on the Road in August.
Yeah, in August. Yeah, we're every date works. We will be there every date.
Yeah, she threw a bunch of dates out. So
that's freaking awesome. Thank you.
By the way, the Super F90.
Yeah, all that sick cars.
600. I just saw it. 600. What is it? What's the real price?
It just hurts. It hurts you to say that. It's SF90.
Sorry, I know. Mine not the best.
Horsepower. I think it's a hybrid engine from Ferrari.
It is. It's electric on the charged batteries.
Yeah, it's electric and 0 to 60 under 2 seconds, and it's selling
so
right now.
Turned on
for like
right now.
700.
It's selling for $700,000.
700.
As it. By the way, as a used. So I can't even imagine what a new one is.
$700,000 for a used one.
Used as in like 12 miles.
Oh, I get it, but still used.
Wow.
So yeah, isn't that banana? Well,
yes, I'm in.
Oh, look, we're in. We'll figure it out.
We're totally in. We'll bring a camera crew. We're gonna get a camera crew that day to come with us.
Yeah, and then the other one is you're Australia fan.
Yeah.
So Oh yeah, we'll bring the whole kids. Like, you know,
bring the kids. They can pick a
yeah. And then our Aussie fans. You have you're Aussie fans. What a bonus! The lady who wrote in. Her name is Joanna. So it turns out that it's I couldn't even remember. We were trying to remember how to say it. It was a Dahlia. It's a city in South Australia. We learned it's not like how you say it, whatever. But here's the funny thing: she said she was listening to the podcast, not knowing we were going to answer a question, and she asked the question about being a difficult person to train, and you told her to shut the fuck up and do what I tell you to do, and she wrote in, "Yep, that's about right. That's the best advice you could give me." But I'm writing into you because, Joanna, I'd love to learn more about you. She's flying into Miami, Florida to be a keynote speaker at an entrepreneur business seminar.
Oh, that's amazing.
So she must be a big-time contributor in the business world.
Yeah,
so,
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. She bought your book. She's been listening. She bought your
my book?
She bought your book. It took
Wow.
took a while to ship from Australia, so she actually bought the audio on top. And she said she's been listening to it, and she was hoping when she gets to the States, she could send it to you to sign. I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, that's not an issue. Yeah, we got a P.O. box.
So, yeah, we got a P.O. box. So if you go to the bottom of our website, you can see the P.O. box. You can send us stuff. And,
Go to
yeah.
the P.O. box.
So, so there's some fan updates. And my last fan update is for Connie. I know, Connie, you're out there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure Connie's watching.
Connie, it's cheesy, Connie, but I add some stuff to the desk just for you, just for now. But shout out to, I got to look it up. Yeah, look, we got little weights. We got a little squat rack.
Finger weights.
Little
You know what that's for, ladies?
It's Mother's Day.
Little finger weights. You know what we're doing.
So, yeah, so there we go. So there we go. It's a little.
That's cool. Little finger weights, right?
Yeah, finger weights. Yeah. You know, got a 25-pound penis dumbbell. I don't know.
There you go.
So, all right. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody as always. So let's go to questions. And somebody asked us. Oh, yeah, it's Connie. Thank you, Connie.
Thank you, Connie.
She got questions, too, but, at least we got some desk stuff. I actually got us Advice Unfiltered mugs and everything.
That's cool.
But, of course, they don't deliver on time.
No, of course.
They're like, they'll be in on...
Coming to Newark Airport, that's why.
They'll be in on Tuesday, and then I got a message this morning. It was like, they'll be in on Wednesday. No, they'll be here next week. So someone asked this question, and I did want to ask you because I believe it's true. Daphne from Haiti, you are going to do a sequel to the book, correct?
I am doing a sequel to the book.
Yeah,
I am.
Is there any?
Don't look at me now.
Is it? Do you have a name or title? Or you just starting to work on it?
No, listen. When I write a book, I always wait the title at the end.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah. Like I didn't know at all what my title of my other book was going to be, and it was actually in the whole thing the whole time. My whole point of a book was it wasn't about me. I mean, that's why I titled that.
What is that? Oh, my mom? Oh, my mom's probably
mom?
My mom is calling probably because she's online trying to figure out how to watch the show. So she's calling.
Bring her back here, bro.
No, here, bring her back.
Bring her on.
Bring her back.
Bring Mom on.
Mom, what do you?
I am there. What's up?
And she's like, "Are you in the studio?" She's like, "Tell him to stop talking shit about me."
Hey, tell her Chris got a booger.
Mima's yelling at you for not paying attention to her.
I don't. Oh, well, Mom, I love you. I have a million things going on.
Mother's Day's over.
Yeah, Mom, Mother's Day's over. You got your shit on Saturday.
It's not about you now, Ma.
So to all you out there who realize I really have a real mom, she's calling me mid-show to yell at me.
That's so funny.
I remember Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, when they were playing basketball, they got into an early fight they got a fist fight on the court. They both got ejected.
Yeah.
And they both walked to the locker room. They did not know that their mothers knew each other.
Oh, no shit.
They were friends, but they didn't know.
Yeah.
So their mothers called them in the locker room and made them go out and apologize to each other and made them, and Shaq talks about it, and that's how him and Charles became friends because their moms knew each other and yelled at them during a game. Called them in the locker room.
That's a great story.
It's a great story.
Mom's bringing people together.
All right, Mom. So there's your love. You interrupted my show, but I love you anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So a sequel to the book's going to be coming out.
Yeah, so be a sequel to the book. It's as soon as I feel like I'm successful enough, I'm going to write that.
But it takes time, right?
It does take time. Yeah. I mean, a lot's I've been busy. First off, a lot's been going on. Staying focused on what I need to do to make sure the show takes off and that we progress in everything we're doing. So I've been really focused on that. So right now, I measure where my attention's at. Once things calm down and we take off and we start making everything's like where it needs to be, like we can do this.
You're on a little bit of cruise control.
Cruise control. Then I'm going to hit that book. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so hard to, and I know that a lot of people ask me questions about this and try to write into it. It's very hard to squeeze everything you'd want to do in your life into a day.
Well, not only that, but like, it's I got so much going on that if I tried to write it right now, I would miss so much. I would, I'd be all over the place.
You need to be in a good space for it.
Yeah, I got to be in a good space for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Daphne, we have a sequel coming.
Yes.
It'll be sometime, but like I said, good things take time. I think the first book was 2 years.
Yeah,
a little over
4 years. I sat on it for 2 years. And I took 2 years actually initiating it, but it took me a long time.
Yeah,
good. And I kept throwing it away. I'd write it and then I'd read it and be like, "What the fuck am I doing?" But it turned out to be a really good book. People love it, right? I see people on here right now saying they love it. So thank you. I appreciate it.
I've never had anyone write in or anything that hasn't said that they love it.
Yeah, everybody says they can't put it down.
And by the way, audiobook's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you read your own audiobook.
I read my own audiobook, yeah.
So
if you like my voice, you can listen to my audio.
Yes. All right. Shannon from Kansas. Look, we got
Kansas?
We got the kiddies in here today. This is a good one. What is something that kids have today that you guys wish that you had growing up?
You know what I wish I would have had? Those Power Wheels.
The one like when you're little, you're driving.
Yeah, like look at Jeep and stuff. And
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have had that when I was a kid.
I had a Jeep.
Yeah, no, my oldest son had one too. Freaking, and I bought him a Jeep, a fire truck Jeep that had like sirens on it and had like a little walkie-talkie that worked and had a little hose that squirted water. Right? I was like, this thing's awesome. Right?
Awesome.
He sees it was for his birthday. Then we go into like Toys R Us like 2 weeks later, and there's like a Hummer. He goes, "Dad, you should have got me that one." Now there was nothing on this Hummer. Didn't do anything. It was just
drove.
It just had a sticker that said Hummer on it. I'm like, you got lights, man. You got a hose. Like, what are you talking about here?
So much better.
If you know how to work those things, you can take the odometer off of it so that it goes really fast.
Oh, can you?
Oh, yes, you can.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so my kid be flying around the yard, bopping all over the place. Freaking, his mom would be like, "What is going on? Why is it going so fast?" I'm like, "I can't like that. It's fine."
It's just Cam.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of a Toys R Us because I was trying to buy him one. He must have been maybe 3 or 4, and I was driving around the store, and the manager got so pissed they called the police on me because I was zipping through the store, and I'm like,
That's
"What?"
so fun. They called the police on you?
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna buy it?" And I'm like, "No, I wanted to see if it worked."
Testing it.
Yeah, to kick me
No,
out.
I wish I would have had that because all I had when I was a kid was a green machine and a big wheel.
Yeah. The only thing I'm ever jealous of that these kids have now, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but I mean, I have it as an adult, someone actually said this to me, I think being able to talk to like when I watch them play video games, talking to their friends in other places and they can see them and FaceTime them, and that's to me is like really cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
The fact the world is closer now more than ever, that you can actually, FaceTime with the person you miss. I think
FaceTime's amazing.
It's amazing. You know what I mean? Like freaking, like I think about that all the time, especially with my kid. And I get to FaceTime every night. I get to call him and we get to see each other, and he can show me what he's doing in his room, and it's cool. And I mean, that's stuff I wish I would have had when I was a kid, so I could see my dad. Talk to my dad when I was younger.
Yeah, I think the coolest. I thought about this one time. I think one of the best inventions ever. And what how people feel about it now as you're older was Facebook, not because of us being one of the first big social media platforms, but what it did was it allowed you to find old friends, high school, keep up with people, family and friends. My mom and my wife's mother, I mean, I don't know, their life is so much better because they have a community of people they can go back and see they haven't seen in years.
Oh yeah.
So I like that part of it.
Yeah, I like the social aspect of it.
Yeah, but I mean, our childhood was awesome.
I mean, basically, like all that happens on my Facebook is everybody that used to know me can look at me now. Look at me now.
See, I made it.
I
told you guys.
I get the hell out of that small little town.
Yeah, that's it. So, last week we had. I always like when these come in. Adrian G from Long Island. I know I struggled forever to say her last name, so I apologize. Adriana. So it's Adrian. But she said, thanks for answering my question last week about improving balance. Lots of helpful input. Using my less dominant side when walking was a challenge and has taken some serious awareness. But yes, yoga has been helping. Yes, you guys are great. Thank you so much from Long Island. Boom. Score. So
another successful story.
Yes. And Sarah.
Good for you, Adriana.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of guts, man. I tell people all the time, I was actually talking to one of the clients about this today. I was like, everybody thinks going to the gym is a physical thing. And it is. But it really what it is a mental thing. The whole thing is a mental thing, man. It's going.
Going's the hardest part.
Wanting to going, putting yourself in an uncomfortable position, an uncomfortable situation, doing something you haven't done before, especially as an adult. But for some reason, adults don't like to do that.
Yeah.
But putting yourself in an uncomfortable position and stuff like that. and then actually forcing yourself to complete the exercise to the extent you're supposed to, right? Not just coming in, just doing little reps, little motions, but actually forcing yourself to work hard. That is the biggest mental game. I had my client today, Angela. Angela, if you're watching, I don't know if you're watching, Angela. Shout out to you, Angela.
Wherever you are.
Today, she was sitting there doing shoulder press, right? She's going up. She's doing her thing. I'm like, 5 more. And literally, when I said 5 more, she was already exhausted. When I said 5 more, you saw in her face the switch turn. And she's like, whoa, whoa. And she like bangs them out, bro. And it gave me goosebumps because I was like, that's why I love my job. That moment right there for her is not only a physical gain, right? But it's a mental changer. You just pushed yourself to the limit, man. That you thought you 5 reps ago, you were done.
You were done.
You were done, man. And you said, fuck that. Yeah. And you fucking pushed through it, right? And you made yourself work harder. And so that's amazing. So that's, so again, going to the gym, doing the yoga thing is amazing for you. The fact you had the courage and the mental strength to go do it, I applaud you, John. That's amazing.
Yeah, so shout out to you. Sarah from the UK, who writes in all the time.
What's up, Sarah?
She said she loves you. She loves your dimples. And she wrote back a T-shirt.
I have dimples?
She wrote back a T-shirt she's making for herself that says, "Don't flatter yourself. I love looking up at you, but I only look up at you because I'm short." So our merchandise is gaining affection in places. Yeah.
It's getting responses.
Yeah, so
that's awesome. Yeah,
people love that.
Look down at you,
People love it. Oh, yeah.
I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah, so, shout out Sarah from the UK.
That's cool.
All right. Anita, she did the same thing. At this moment, I'm feeling great about myself. I'm motivated with a strong mindset. I now exercise more, eat healthier, and I've already lost 7 kilos. What's that in pounds, by the way? Is it
I think that's 21 pounds.
21, right? Somewhere around
21 pounds. I think it's like 21 pounds, right?
Something like that. But hey, it's awesome. Happy to the results.
Bang, Google that. Are we right?
Are we right, little crowd back there? What is 7 kilos?
15.4.
All right.
15.4. We're off a little bit.
It's roughly like 2 pounds.
2 pounds, right? It's like 2 pounds, right?
Say.
Yeah. So 2.5.
All right.
15
pounds is
That's
awesome.
amazing. That's great.
That is awesome. So at the same time, I know myself.
How long did it take her to do that?
Since she's been listening to the show. So we've only been on the air for
15 weeks.
15 weeks.
15 weeks.
And she don't know when she started listening. So, I mean, probably not right away, but shout out to you. And at the same time, I know myself. So she asked an interesting question. Motivation drops, and sometimes my mindset isn't as strong. How can I make sure I stay motivated even during those challenging times? And so.
How do you stay motivated?
Yeah.
So you force yourself, right? So a habit takes 30 days. It takes 30 days to create a habit. All right. So, and I give you my word, somebody who's been working out for blah, 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 30 plus years. Those days you don't want to work out, those days that you feel like you don't have the energy or you can't, I give you my word on everything that I love, man, that if you go to the gym that day and you work out and you do it, just do it. It'll not only be the best workout you had, but it'll be the best feeling you have when you leave. Because you're going to beat yourself up mentally because you didn't go. So go. Just go. Just go and do it. And I guarantee you, like I mean this. When you go, when you're done, you're gonna be happy you did.
Always.
Yeah, always. So again, it goes back to that mental game, right?
Yeah.
So being motivated is a choice.
One of the podcasts I listened to gave a great advice. The guy said, when I don't feel like going, I tell myself I'm not going to go work out. I tell myself, just go, clock in, and walk for 10 minutes, and then I can leave. And he goes, by the time I get there and start walking for 10 minutes, I'm there.
Yeah, you're
so
there.
I might as well work out.
Might as well work out.
And it works.
Biggest battle's getting there, man. Just go.
Oh, yeah. So what's up there, crew?
I've always heard going to the gym is more about discipline than motivation, because motivation will go up and down, but discipline means you're always on the straight path.
They're both challenging.
Yeah, it's both challenging.
Look, it's hard because I think it's like New Year's resolutions are so big because everybody gets motivated and then it dies essentially. What you have to do is be realistic about your goals. You have to understand that you're not going to lose weight every week. And you're a person.
You can't. So you shouldn't even look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, man. When you're first starting out, don't even look at the numbers, man. I mean, you can look at the number and have like your thing, but then for the first like 3 or 4 months, don't. Because your body's gonna fluctuate. Like it's adapting, it's changing. It's gonna, And again, a lot of that goes to diet too. To go in the gym is just a part of the equation.
Yeah.
Diet's 80% of it. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure that if you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna eat right. You're not gonna eat a whole large bundt cake because your mom was too busy to have it for Mother's Day.
Yeah. Look,
not that I did that.
I work out for the sole purpose of knowing that I like to stay healthy for most of the year. But when I have those days, by the way, there's a bundt cake place in New Jersey.
I don't want to know.
Bro, That is the great. I'm not a dessert person. That is the great. I'll eat the whole thing. It's the greatest
I ate
cake.
the whole fucking thing, man.
Oh,
Thanks,
it's
Mom.
so great. I wish I remember the name of the bun cake place.
Yeah.
But I'll have to, one of these days I'll put it, this summer I'll have it at the house one time.
I'll eat it.
But look, you gotta, you're human. You have life. Thing happens. So you're going to have a cake. You're going to have an off week. It's just staying consistent.
Consistency.
Just stay
Consistency
consistent.
is the biggest thing.
Yeah. So motivation, discipline, that's great. Just stay consistent.
Yeah.
So, all right. MP, she asks, egg whites or eggs with the yolk? People seem to confuse me about the two.
So egg whites are great. Absolutely amazing. Egg yolks are good for you too, actually. There's actually good trans fat. There's good cholesterol in that for you. But again, it's moderation, right? So what I tell people all the time is for every 3 egg whites, 1 egg yolk.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's what I do.
So 3 egg whites, 1 egg yolk. Neither one is bad for you. Both are good for you.
Both are good for you.
Just the only thing with the yolk is that it's in moderation, right? Too much of that will raise your cholesterol in a bad way, right? So you want to make sure that you have that in moderation, but it is good for you. Yeah, it is in moderation.
Yeah, I like the 3 to 1.
3 to 1 ratio. Yeah, 3 egg whites, 1 egg yolk. So if you have 6 eggs, you have 2 egg yolks.
Yeah, so don't. I mean, people got really scared about You need cholesterol in your life. You need healthy fats, and eggs and egg yolks have them.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, don't turn into this person eats 2 dozen eggs like a bodybuilder and just start eating 12 dozen egg yolks because it's gonna go south quick.
Yeah. Listen, eggs are a power food. They really are. They have everything in them. They are seriously a power food. So if you're on a weight loss journey or a muscle growth journey, eggs. And I'll be honest with you, I hate eggs. I hate it. Ah, dude,
Eggs you probably eat in your life.
Oh, dude, I've probably eaten enough eggs to go around the earth like 300 times. If you can. I started eating raw. I used to do the raw eggs. Back in the day, oh yeah, Hulk Hogan, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know, but I couldn't do it.
Crack that right into a cup, bro. Pound that shit. Oh yeah, I used to do the raw eggs all the time.
Can't.
I was fucking insane.
I don't know why I say I can't because I like an over easy egg, so I guess I could do it, but I just never.
Yeah.
Does it taste nasty?
Oh, it tastes like snot.
You just swallow it.
You just swallow it, bro.
I watched somebody eat a tarantula on TV yesterday.
I could do it.
They had to eat it for $50,000.
I saw that too.
And they just watched the I can't imagine.
Oh, I would have did it.
No problem.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
now, here's the thing. So I've already eaten bull testicles. So hey, yeah.
But a tarantula looks like a tarantula. It's just fried.
It would be the hair that would bother you.
That's what the guy said. The hair in his mouth.
Yeah, the hair is gonna bother you. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm one of those people, dude. I am one of those people that mentally, like, if I got to do something,
you can do it.
I shut it down.
That's
I shut it down. Like freaking, like I don't like heights. I'm not a big heights person. And I would do like these huge buildings, like these roofs on an angle of 35 and shit, and fucking and I'd be up there and if I fell, it was over, and I'd be fine. Like I hated it the whole day, but I didn't, dude. I didn't get. I would just block it out of my head, just block it completely out of my head. This is what we're doing, and I would focus on the task at hand. And then I would get down. Every time I would get down, I would look back at it. I'm like, oh man, okay.
You are a better man than me.
Yeah, no, I can shut it down.
I force myself to do things I hate heights. Don't mind flying. I've jumped off cliffs before, but when you watch me and the effort it takes me to get there, I'm like,
here's the difference,
horrible.
right? Like, so if you told me we're going cliff jumping, or we're jumping out of a plane, I would tell you no. Right? No fucking way. Like, see, I'm not getting paid to do that. So I can shut it down if there's a profit margin behind it. Like, if there's some kind of ultimate goal that I'm going to gain something from it, not just it was a thrill. I jumped out of a fucking why jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
She wants to know, do men have erogenous zones? I know men are simple, but as women, she's asking this, is there a guidance to it? Do we just explore, or, is it beyond, the normal things?
So what? She's asking if there's physical attention in certain areas, a woman, right? Like a woman likes to get bit on the back of the neck.
Yeah, or something like that, right?
Right. Figuring that's an erogenous zone for women, or behind the ear. A little whisper in the behind the ear.
Do you have a little special place?
Do I have a special place?
I do.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
I
love when someone scratches my back or scratches with their
the
nail,
head.
scratches my head.
Yes, no, absolutely. I wouldn't call that erogenous zone. No, that didn't turn me on.
I'm not. It's not.
Listen, if I got a girl rubbing my head,
it just feels really good.
Oh, I love it. Like a girl rubbing my head. I used to date this girl, man. Because she would rub my head every time, and I literally was like,
or something like, don't get me like you're to your point. I'm not saying like that's spark in the moment, but if you're just asking about something that feels really good that people don't really think about, if somebody takes their nails and scratches my head, and
no, I like that. I like that scratch. I get my back scratched too.
Oh, the back scratch is so good.
Amazing. It's amazing. I would hire somebody just to follow me around and scratch my back.
Well, that's how I know we're brothers. I said for the longest time, if I was rich and money was an option, outside of having a chef, I wouldn't need a trainer because I figured to have a great gym. I would hire somebody just to scratch my back. I've said it for years.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's
fuck
so
yeah,
good. Bro. And MP finishes off with new merch idea, the Chris body pillow. When you lay on it, it says, I like that one.
That's
the only
so
one
funny.
she threw in there that we could actually sell, well, we could sell that, was the Advice Unfiltered daily journal, which I thought was an interesting one.
Daily journal.
We could put affirmations in it. They can keep goals, and then we could put funny things like Mateo's.
I love that idea.
Like Mateo's, not my stuff, in like quotes in there.
Yeah, I love that.
That I think I'm going to work on.
I love that idea.
That's a really good idea.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
You guys love that idea?
Yeah.
I love that idea.
And
that's a great idea.
Yeah, so that's one that
Let's make that happen.
That's
we're
a
gonna
good
make
one.
that happen. Yes, we're gonna make that happen. I love that idea.
That's a good one. So
Yes.
All right, great questions. We'll start with Connie early because lately we've been waiting forever for Connie.
What's up, Eric?
Connie, have you ever fantasized about someone else while having sex? Here's the funny thing. Have you?
Yes.
I'm so in, I would say no, but like, how do you, like, how does that work?
I mean, I was young.
Okay, well, I get it.
I was young. I wasn't anything, I was really young, but I was with this girl that I would think, I don't know. I was a bad person.
Well, now that you mention it, if I had to go back and think about it, I guess probably, but I can't remember. It's been so long for me. I'm so excited.
That's going to be our next poll. Listen, that's going to be
There you go.
Chris's next poll for next weekend.
Chris's poll of the week.
How many of you women out there fantasize about me with your man? That's our next question for next week.
And you could tell me what the fantasy was. We'll pick the best one.
Whew, it just got hot here.
So
sweat.
there you go.
Yeah.
But she also asked, Connie, she asked if we ever had embarrassing or awkward moments during sex. 100% everyone has.
No.
I mean.
my sex is always like the movies.
Yeah. I've had somebody say to me before, what do you think, we're in a porno?
Yeah, no, forget. I've had somebody say it to me. So I was actually talking about one of the most embarrassing moments I had freaking during sex. And it wasn't anything I did. So I lived in a house that was like it was a rancher. So there was you can go from like the living room to the bathroom to the laundry room, back to the kitchen to the dining room in a big circle, right?
Okay.
In the middle of the house. Because the steps went up the middle, right? And man, I had this Playboy model. No lie, this Playboy model. I'm bagging her doggy style on my sofa, and I had this huge Great Dane, like 180-pound Great Dane.
Okay.
Fucking goes now. Picture this, right? I'm facing towards the hallway, right?
Okay. I love how I'm working this out.
Facing towards the hallway.
Okay.
The dog comes running out the hallway, shooting diarrhea out of his ass, and just keeps running around the house. And I'm like, oh my God. And I know, like the smell and everything. And I'm so embarrassed, bro. I'm so fucking embarrassed. I literally take her and I go like this and I throw her off of me.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go now. This is terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Kind of we
It was
all
horrible.
have. I mean, mine's never going to be that crazy.
No, it was terrible. It was so embarrassing. So fucking embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, we've all had them. I mean, look, my first time I called the person the wrong name and mumbled through it. And then just, I don't know. I still am embarrassed about it. So, Sophie from Lisbon, Portugal. I asked my boyfriend to be more vocal in the bedroom. So one night after a few drinks, he took the initiative.
That's cool.
However, he started moaning his own name during sex.
I knew that was coming.
Am I dating a narcissist or an enthusiast? He moaned his own name.
Oh, Chris, I like that.
So do I date a narcissist or an enthusiastic self-cheerleader? How do we talk about talking dirty without this kind of mishap?
He was moaning his own name.
He moaned his own name.
Was he serious?
Yeah, I mean, she asked.
That's fucking.
Come on.
How do you do that?
Come on, Chris, you can do it. Come on. Come on, Tony. Come on.
Tony. You can do it.
You can do this.
Tony.
So I say, always have sex to live music because then you get the audience applause in the middle of the song.
That's hilarious.
But he moaned his own name.
That's amazing.
You have to bring that up.
That's
like,
amazing.
First of all, I'm not sure if he's a narcissist or a self-cheerleader, or maybe he doesn't know what to do.
Maybe he was nervous. Maybe he was all caught up in his head. He's like, I got to do this. I got to make sure I do this right.
Bro,
maybe he's a little nervous.
Moaned his own name.
That is so fucking funny.
That is so narcissistic.
That is so funny.
Look, I mean, we both, me and you,
funny.
I would have.
Does he answer his own questions like, "Oh, you like that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do."
Oh,
are you sure you like that?
Look, we both, me and you, I'm sure have some sort of ego. I still would never moan my own name. And it'd be like, do you like that? I know you do because my name's Tony.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so funny. It's so funny.
That is crazy.
I don't know. Good luck with that.
Sophie, good luck. You'd have to have a talk about it. I don't know if he just forgot your name. I don't, but hopefully.
Yeah, maybe he forgot her name. Somebody else said that. Maybe he forgot her name. Maybe they did forget her name.
Yeah,
that's kind of a weird way to ask it, though.
It's like, very.
You see, I was Moaning, I forgot yours.
It's very interesting when you go to dirty talk when someone's not good at it, or as a couple you don't know where the boundaries are. I always find that the first couple times are a little awkward. But whatever.
No,
you love each other, get there. If you're with somebody who's never done, look at this situation. He never done it. He's moaning his own name.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. If you're with somebody who's not used to it, there's definitely a little bit of awkwardness once in a while.
I'm so doing that.
Oh my God.
So Moaning.
I can't wait till I get that right. He's done that before.
He's done that before. I'm going to do that.
Uh,
I'm just going to moaning random names.
That won't go over well. Well, what's the Wedding Crashers when it in the beginning when they're sleeping with all the women and he's so tired he calls the girl the wrong name and then she just goes, "You don't know my name, do you?"
It's your alarm.
Is that me?
On your phone.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
What do I got an alarm for 9?
9 o'clock?
I don't even know. Probably a wrong work alarm. But I don't know. Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
Funny. That's so funny.
And now I stepped on the mic cord so I can hear myself echo.
Hello.
There we go. Got it. All right. Sophie, bring that shit up. Marcus from Brooklyn, New York. I was listening to episode 14 this morning while I was on Tinder. A girl told me.
Wait, you were listening to us while you were on Tinder?
Yeah, shout out. Marcus.
Fucking Marcus.
The fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude.
A girl told me she was spiritually polyamorous, but physically monogamous. Is this a red flag or is just some Gen Z vocabulary? What does it even mean? All right, Gen Z, are people with this woke shit spiritually polyamorous while physically monogamous?
I have no clue what that means, but I have a guess.
I know what it means.
It means she likes anal.
If you take the letters out, it spells anal.
She wants to say God's condom. She likes anal.
My guess of what it means.
I know what it is, but go ahead.
All right, my guess is she would date multiple zodiac signs.
No, although I'm not.
Oh, you looked it up? You Googled it?
No, but I mean, look, she's spiritually polyamorous, which means spiritually, I'm guessing she wants to sleep with everybody, but physically, she can't.
Okay, so that all right. So it means that she's not getting any then. Somebody's not getting
it's a weird, that's a crazy.
I'm going to go with the anal thing. I'm going anal.
Marcus, I would do here. Marcus, here's what I would tell you. It depends how bored you are. If you're looking for a real relationship, stay away from her. If you're bored and just want to find out how freaky this can get,
don't listen, Tony. Listen, I want you to go find out what this is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If you're not you just want to go fun. 100%.
It's not about you anymore. It's about us. We need to know what it is, right? So what you need to do,
Marcus,
is you have to do the research. Be a man. Man up time, Marcus.
For the show.
For the show. You have to go do the research, man. We need to know what this is. We need to know more about this person and find out how really fucked up they are.
Yes. So, Marcus, when you're on episode 15 listening, please let us know how this goes.
Yes.
I hope you're listening live. Start the conversation tonight. Write her tonight
and say, listen, you got really great advice.
Yes. Be like, I completely feel the same way.
You're seriously on a mission right now because I want to know exactly what the hell this is.
Yes.
I'm invested. Totally invested.
Oh, yeah. Look, every couple of weeks we get a person that we're invested in. Mateo, we're invested in. Oh, there's been a couple, but now...
Katie, or what's her name? Gets the D? What the hell's her name?
Yo, Katie gets the D.
Katie gets the D.
We're invested in.
Yeah.
Marcus from Brooklyn, you're our new investment.
Marcus. Tea time, Marcus. You need to get the T.
All right.
Marcus.
Yes. Oh, but that's what I was saying. If you don't mind, I mean, go see what's out there.
Here, somebody had one here. Wait.
What is it?
Means they fantasize about multiple partners, but only actually get with a single partner.
But now, okay, so
that goes back to the other thing, right? We just did a full circle there.
Right?
So she's thinking about fucking somebody else while she's fucking you.
Yeah, it could all come full circle.
Right?
I like it.
Ask her if she's thinking of me.
So, yeah, that's a crazy, like, okay.
Like, do you know Chris David?
So who? That's it. Look, Marcus, still advice. Just see what happens.
Yeah, go find out what happens, bro.
Just don't fall in love with her because I don't want a note from you that you fell in love with her.
No,
and
don't
you
get
found
heartbroken.
out, like,
Listen. This is a pure, strictly mission.
Mission.
No emotion involved.
None.
You just go find out what the hell's going on,
Yes.
and then report back to us, and then run.
Yes.
Yes.
Or it might be fun. Hang
You
out for a
smoke
couple
bomb.
weeks.
Smoke bomb. We'll even pick you up. Tell us, Marcus, you're in Brooklyn, right? We'll come pick you up.
Oh wow!
All right, if you need an escort to get out, or if you run out the car.
Our podcast first live pickup. We'll go live on TikTok.
We'll go live. We're rescuing Marcus.
we're outside the Brooklyn
bro,
restaurant.
We got your back, bro.
Go,
tell
Marcus.
Us, run. We got
Put
you.
an earpiece in his ear and give him tips. All right, Caleb from Denver. Caleb took an
What's up, Denver?
ayahuasca trip for personal growth.
How'd that go?
I spent 7 hours hugging a fire extinguisher, thinking it was my spirit animal. But how do you guys overall feel
That's
about?
amazing. That is amazing.
That sounds about right. And throwing up. How do you guys feel about psychedelics in today's society? Do you think they're beneficial or not? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're beneficial for PTSD. I've done a lot of research about depression and ketamine and other things that help people get past trauma. I don't think you should go down to your local street corner and ask somebody for some ayahuasca. I think that's where it gets dangerous. But in the right setting with the right people in the right profession, I think they have a huge
Joe
benefit.
Rogan swears by it.
Swear they all, yeah.
Yeah, they don't swear by it. I mean, just make sure when you do it. Listen, anytime you do any kind of psychedelic, you have to make sure that you're mentally prepared for the ride.
You're gonna get broken.
You're gonna get, because like things happen on that ride. But just understand that this is a ride, and that you're gonna be fine when it wears off.
I thought about it like in the future of doing that because I think everything I've read, it helps people just, really just understand more about the meaning of life.
I know a guy that eats it every day.
Every day?
Every day, bro. He just eats like a cat every day.
Oh, that's mushrooms.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca will send you to another universe.
Not ayahuasca, but we were talking about hallucinations.
Yeah, well, microdose mushrooms. That's just fun.
Yeah.
That's just a good time. I mean, I've had a couple of those trips where I'm like, they've been interesting.
Yeah.
The first time I ever did mushrooms, the girl that was a roommate down the hall, she was a gigantic drug dealer on campus. And she liked me, and she was ugly. So we were friends. So she used to bring me free.
Tony used it for drugs.
She used to bring me free drugs. Not that I did them, but they were free. And she brought me an eighth of shrooms, bro. It was one cap. It was the top of a mushroom.
Holy shit!
And she's like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." Yeah. I didn't know any better. I ate the whole thing.
Remember, he just said he didn't do drugs, right?
I didn't. I got tricked into it, and I never went back.
Last time I did. Last time I did it by complete accident.
It was accident.
No, it really was. So it really was. So I go to my friend's house, who's an artist.
Okay.
Fucking does these phenomenal paintings, right? Fucking this really cool like graffiti art shit, And he was and I showed up at his house, and he was getting ready to go to a rave.
Okay.
And we were sitting there talking and stuff, freaking, and he's like, getting ready for this rave that he's going to like this 4-day event thing up in like, New York or some shit. And he goes, "Yo, man, don't you still owe me $10?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck, man." I was like, so I gave him the $10. I mean, just for that, I'm eating this watermelon candy, and I grab it out of his jar and I throw it in my mouth. And I start chewing it, and he looks at me, and his eyes go, and I go, "What?" He goes, "Where are you going after here?" I was like, "Why?" I was like, "I'm going fishing." He goes, "I would leave now." I go, "What do you mean I should leave now?" He goes, "Well, let me show you what I was doing before you came in here." And he freaking pulls out this little vial, and he's got an eyedropper, and he was soaking the watermelon candies in liquid acid. Dude, soaking them up. Freaking so they would sit there overnight, and then he'd take them.
That's scary.
Oh, dude. So I popped 2 of these fuckers, and I was like, "No." I was like, "No, dude." I was like, "No way." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, he was like, "Oh my God." Avery was like freaking like 6 months old. Oh, dude. I was like, man, I just came here to go fishing. I just came to get some rods, bro. Like, out of your garage. Like,
you're here for a while now.
I'm like, fuck. So I leave, dude. I'll never forget this. I leave. I go to the Schuylkill River in Pennsylvania. And it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, And I get out there, and I'm by the dam and all this place called Onalani. If you can just Onalani Dam. And I'm like, I'm getting myself all set up. And I set the rod down, and I bump this bush. And like all these like flies flew off, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked like fucking fairies. And I go, "Oh, no." I was like, "Oh, no." I was like, it just hit. I was like, fuck. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, "Oh, man, this is going to be rough." Freaking out, dude. I literally, listen, best time I've ever cast fishing a rod. I was like, pew,
Oh God,
pew. Everywhere I wanted to throw that thing, I was like, boom! I was catching fish left and right. It was fun, but it was fucked up. That was last time. That was like 11 years ago by accident.
No,
Yeah.
twice. When I saw a tear in reality open, and I went into the world of Aladdin and rode the rug with Aladdin through gold.
Oh
It
yeah,
came
is that
out.
what happened?
And then after, but you know how these things go. You get by yourself and you go into a deep hole.
Oh yeah, dude. I was first time I did shrooms. I was like 18, 17, 18. It was Jurassic Park came out on DVD.
Oh yeah.
My buddy had surround sound, and like we all pop them, but they all went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I'm sitting there on the sofa. You know, that scene with the T-Rex is like,
Oh yeah.
freaking speakers behind me. It's going boom, boom, and I literally jumped, dude. I go, oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. That's one of those ones that people will bring up now as I get older. I'm like, no, get that shit. Not mushrooms. No mushrooms. You can keep the acid shit.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
No,
I'm good. I'm good. I like reality for what it is.
100%. This was a really good one. This was an interesting. I highlighted it because I didn't want to miss it. And it's a little.
Oh, you highlighted one?
Yeah, because it was interesting. So Lily Silly is the address. She was married for over 20 years. I've been married for over 20 years to a man who loves me. Over time, I became depressed and considered taking my own life as I felt completely lifeless inside. I watched a movie on TV and became curious about the main actor. Over time, it got worse, so I started writing the actor and started getting responses. His existence awakened me to understand that I needed to end my marriage and start all over again, so I got divorced. And ever since then, we've been pen pals writing each other. Turns out I wasn't getting catfish, it was really the actor. He was in another country, so I flew there and didn't tell him. And I met up with him in the other country, because I guess they exchanged pictures.
Yeah.
So they wrote each other for a few months, met up with another country. They went out for dinner. He asked her to come up to his apartment, so she did. And he got into the shower, and he invited her in the shower. And she was like, I was in this to get some. And when the time came to get some, she said, she kind of turned it down. So he was very nice. He was very nice about it and just said, no worries. He got dressed and said, look, I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable situation. And then she's never heard from him again. Tries to write him. He doesn't talk to her again. So she didn't think that it would ever develop into a love story, but now she loves him. Originally, when she was only hoping for sex. It's been 2 years. I'm completely uninterested in other men. What's wrong with me? Sometimes I think it would have been better if I never saw him in real life. I'm grateful I did, but knowing him, love really exists. Am I seriously something wrong with me? Yeah.
Something's wrong with you.
Lily Silly, I hate to say it.
Yeah, something's wrong with you. Yeah. Like
I don't mean
up.
to be mean about it, but that's a kind of
That's a you problem.
that's a crazy story.
That is a crazy story.
I give the guy props, whoever it is, because she wouldn't name him, for being a gentleman and being like, hey, if you're not comfortable, it's fine. Mm-hmm. But to go to another country knowing somebody's going to be there.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a little obsessive.
It's kind of like, I'll be honest with you, Lily, and I don't mean this, I'm going to be straight with you. It's advice unfiltered. It's very stalkerish.
Yeah, it's very stalkerish.
It's like one of those stories where like somebody's camping out on Jennifer Aniston's porch or some shit, and they're like, I know she loves me.
You ask what a red flag is?
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
I am glad somebody got you out of a loveless marriage.
And I agree. She definitely should have gave it up.
Yeah, you should have. You went to another country.
Yeah, I mean, why spend all the money to go to another country and not give it up? What
Look,
the fuck?
I'm going to be honest. If you're going to be a stalker and you got the guy with you and he goes to go in the shower and this is your chance to put it down?
Yeah.
Oh, you
all that work for nothing?
You put it down.
Put it down.
Yes.
Yes.
You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
What's up, Gen Z?
That just gave me an idea for a desk ornament.
Oh, what's that?
We should get a desk ornament that has two flags, a green one, a red one.
Ooh, we need red flags.
It's a red
We can just pull up the red flag and make red flag.
I love that. Good one, Tyler. I like that.
There we go. There we go.
I like that.
All right. Shelly H. Is Chris single? And if so, what is he looking for? But more importantly, what is he not looking for?
I think we answered this before, didn't we?
I still always throw it in there because I know you're single, and I know what you're not looking for. Right now, he's focused on business. You
business.
People out there, drop time, take my co-host.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Unless it's, watch the show. Watch the show.
He's interested in someone supporting his career, not making life dramatic.
Yep.
No drama.
No drama.
Easy. Someone who could
Funny.
laugh. and appreciates the fact he works his ass off.
Yeah. Lets me do my thing.
I mean, that's my basics of it.
Yeah, let me do my thing, man. Let me do my thing. Yeah.
So, all right. Jen Lee, talk about Jen Lee, talk about the girl that got away, and would you ever reach out to her to apologize? Jen, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know anybody that's technically got away that I really need to go back and apologize, mostly because I'm married and met a great person, so I don't really feel the need to go back. However, I did owe someone an apology, and I ran into them years later in New York. It was a breakup. The girl graduated college. Her sister still went to the same school I did, and told her sister she saw me cheating on her, which never happened.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I was cheating on her, so I'm an asshole. But it just wasn't the person that she said I was, right?
That makes sense.
So when the breakup came, I didn't try to rescue it all. I was like, look, I'm an asshole. It is what it is. You know, I saw her probably 10 years later in New York. I ran into her, just said hi. Like, we're like, oh shit. Like, she was a baby carrot. She had married, had kids. So she became Facebook friends with me. And was just like, hey, it was really nice to see your family. I was like, it's really nice to see you. Randomly, because I felt bad, I wrote to her, hey, I don't know what this is worth, but I still feel bad about all those years later. I just want to say, for what it's worth, I'm sorry, right? Just, it's fine. No skin off my back, right? Do you know she said to me that she never had closure for years, and that the apology is what helped. That moment helped her move past a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I had caused.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
So I just look at that sometimes and go, that person, by the way, wasn't someone that got away from me, but I do know that sometimes there is a lot of power in, if you do fuck somebody up one day and you do run into them, I think an apology sometimes is not a bad thing.
I don't know how I feel about that. I might have a different opinion on that.
Do you ever? But has anyone ever got away from you?
Yeah, well, I don't say anybody got away. Listen, they all dump me. Yeah, if you
I always forget this fact about you.
Yeah, they always dump me. I think I've dumped 2 girls in my entire life. They all dump me. Move on. But anyway, if you can, so no, I don't know anything. I don't know those bitches an apology.
No, in your case, it's reversed. There's probably a lot of people right now sitting watching the show going, "Fuck, I broke up with him."
Nah, probably not. They're probably all still like, "Fuck Chris, man." Fucking, it's fine. Yeah, fuck Chris. I don't give a shit. Fuck you too. If you can, but anyway, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Like, all right, so you want to apologize, right, for the one that got away. You got to ask yourself why. Because here's my thing. It's selfish of you. You're apologizing so you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's about you. If you really cared about that person, man, you would have apologized a long fucking time ago. So now you want to apologize because it's about you. So I think it's I have different feelings on that, man. Like, I think sometimes, like in your case, yes, it's amazing that you helped her move on, blah blah blah.
I didn't know it was gonna do that.
I think a lot of the times that we feel like we need to apologize, especially when it's been years, that we need to apologize to somebody. It really is. It's something that we ourselves need to.
Oh, it was definitely for me. There was no part of it that was I thought was for her.
And like sometimes it could backfire. Like I had this girl that I thought she was the one. I guess you could consider that she got away. I don't know. We were young, and I fucked up. I cheated on her. I fucked up. I forget I hurt her, and I thought we had this crazy relationship. You know what I mean? That was like something important. And when I reached out to her to apologize and she's actually in my book, I actually read it there in Colorado. When we actually apologized and everything else and stuff, I realized that it was about me. You know what I mean? It wasn't about her at all.
Yeah, look, to both of us, look, I live by this. I don't think anybody gets away. I think it's a learning lesson for me.
It is.
The next person. So, Jake, Tasha from Detroit, Michigan. I asked my man to be more dominant in bed.
Good for you.
So one night, I came home and I couldn't find him. So I popped out of the... That's... Okay, hold on.
I love when you start laughing before you can finish.
I asked my man to be more dominant in bed. So one night I came home and I couldn't find him. He popped out of the closet completely dressed in black leather from head to toe in a dominatrix outfit with chains and handcuffs.
Amazing.
That's not what I meant. But also, he had to apply tons of baby oil just to get into the outfit, and we couldn't get it off. Was there a better way to tell him what I meant about being dominant?
Amazing. He went full balls
He
out
went-
to BDSM. He was
Bro.
like, I got this. Where's the ball gag?
Bro, he put baby oil on to get into the outfit.
That is amazing. That is great. I love that. I love the enthusiasm in
He
that.
went.
He went balls in, bro.
I didn't even think about it that way. It's a valid point.
Yeah.
He cared about you enough to be
He
like,
cared about you enough to be like, all right, we're doing this.
We're
You know,
doing
We're
it.
doing this. I'm fucking zipper mask the whole thing.
by the way, I'd be so afraid that like my partner would shoot me or stab me with a knife jumping out of a
I
closet.
would want to make sure it was him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. Forget. I mean, that's. I mean, it's great. I mean, I would if I was you, I'd be like, I'd be grateful that he did that, right? That he went out of his way to do something that he thought you were into, right? Maybe it was a little extreme. Maybe it was a little much. But so. I think a lot of men get confused with domination, and they start thinking about BDSM, and they start thinking about chains and whips, and that whole thing.
That's
and
a whole other level of
It's
stuff.
a whole nother level of stuff, and you can get to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can get to that point. There's nothing wrong with getting to that point, but to get to that point, you got to start off with the basics.
There's some steps.
There's some steps to that. You know what I mean?
You don't go
Simple-
from 0 to 1,000.
Nah, man. Like push her against the wall, rip her clothes off, maybe. Take her on the bed. Flip her around.
How about not jump out of a closet dressed in all black?
Choke her a little bit. Just put your big hand on. Just give her a little choke.
Little choke.
Little choke. You know what I mean?
Choke.
Yeah, and then verbiage. Like women, listen. The biggest thing about women is verbiage. They love. You got to have a good verbiage, man. You have to be able to have speak a good game. Women like to get to talk dirty. Listen, every woman out there likes to be talked dirty too.
The second you had to put baby lotion on to get in, though,
It was a
baby
little much.
oil, that was a little much.
A little much.
But I did not think about when I read the question. To your point, his dedication.
Dedicated.
That's a
He
good.
went balls in, man.
He did. That's
You know what I mean? You got to look at it like he went balls in, literally.
he really did.
It's balls in that fucker. Baby went all. Good for him.
Giovanna'a from Naples, Italy.
What's up, Giovanna'a?
I brought
Naples,
this question
Italy.
up because you just said it. I said I liked being choked to my boyfriend.
Oh, see, there we go. See, confirmation.
There it is.
Full circle.
He was
Know
not
what I'm
too
talking
sure
about.
about it. So when we tried it, he was not doing it right. So I choked him to show him, and
there's
I
a technique.
accidentally choked him out.
That is amazing. So she choked out her boyfriend?
She choked him out.
That is fucking amazing.
Now he can't get it up. What did I do wrong? Have you guys ever had someone who wanted to choke you?
Oh my God.
So she ruined his penis.
Oh my God.
So
love it.
she couldn't do it. She chokes him out.
Chokes him out.
Chokes him out. And now he can't.
What did she do? Put her fucking naked?
I mean,
What the fuck did she do?
she choked, baby. I mean, look, and I've
triangle
no
choked him?
jujitsu.
What the
You
fuck
put
she do?
you put someone in a rear naked, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, bro.
It's a
Triangle
wrap.
choke him, it's a wrap too.
Oh, she got on there.
So let's get into the technicalities of choking somebody,
Asphyxiation.
right? So you have veins on the side of your neck. Can you see it here? Right there. The camera's opposite, right? Veins right here. See those veins? If you grab those veins,
Shut it down.
it shuts it down. 5 to 8 seconds.
That's all you need.
That's it. It shuts it down. You do not, in foreplay, want to grab those two veins. You want to just grab around them in the back area, right here. You want to grab back there, and that's the sweet spot.
Choking
Okay.
101 brought to you by Advice Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Yeah, she choked him out. And now he can't get it up. What'd you do wrong? You choked him for too
He choked
long.
the fuck out. He's scared to death of you now.
Oh my
He stole
God.
his manhood.
And look, have you ever
You should
had
just start pegging him.
someone ask you to do it? The first time, it's a little scary.
Oh, dude, I remember the first time a girl asked me to smack her. I literally looked at her and go, what? I go,
Come again?
I was like, why? I was like, why would you want me to do it? Just do it. Just do it. And I'm like, no. Like, why would you want me to smack you? That doesn't make sense. As I'm older, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, I understand how, listen, I understand how women view me and how they think about me, right? Because I understand my role in the game of it all, right? But that takes time, and that takes, practice.
Yeah, you need to be with someone for a good minute to build that, build
Yeah,
that-
and for a guy, you got to build that confidence. Man out there, you got to build that confidence, bro. You know what I mean? Be that fantasy dude, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting one. So, I mean, for not getting it up anymore, maybe just, I don't know. He's scared. That's
Yeah.
kind of,
He's scared. You're scared. You stole his fucking manhood.
you did steal his
You
man.
stole his manhood.
Yeah. So, Roman from Paris, France. How the fuck does cuddling work? I keep getting it wrong. If I cuddle too long in bed, my arm falls asleep and then my whole hand goes numb. But somehow I'm trying to show that I can cuddle without wanting sex. But then when I don't try to have sex, my girlfriend wakes up the next day and tells me she was in the mood. Please help me understand this cuddle thing.
Well, first part, your hand, your arm falling asleep, that's just part of being a man, bro.
It just happens.
That's just part of being a man. Like, listen, is a thing when it comes to cuddling for women, expect to sacrifice a limb.
You do.
You expect to sacrifice a limb, right? Like your arm's going to fall asleep. You're going to fight it off as long as you possibly can. And then eventually you're going to move. And when she does, she's going to, you know what I mean? But, it's part of it. It's part of the game.
Did you ever hear what the Chris Rock calls the stranger?
No.
It's when you lay on your hand till it goes numb.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
masturbate.
You masturbate, yeah. Yeah, if you can. Yeah, so listen. So cuddling with a woman, expect to lose a limb. But on the flip side, if you're...
I think I always think for me, I always know the cuddle needs to move in the right direction when there's the ass backup move.
That's the move.
That's the move.
Listen, the women's move is they want to be the small spoon.
Yeah.
And then they back their ass.
They back it up.
Yeah.
If there's a little distance between you, it's just a cuddle.
Listen, and even when they're doing it, when you're sleeping, it's like an automatic button.
It is.
Like I don't know how many times I've woken up in the middle of the night, not knowing that I was about to have sex when I was doing this. That is happening.
And you're like, oh, it's
I'm
just
like, wow, I didn't know it was happening. But I guarantee
rolling out of bed.
But
like,
I guarantee
we're
it's because
good.
her ass was pushed up on me, and I was like, oh.
It's the weakness.
Yeah.
That is the
second head
kryptonite.
is a mind of its own.
Someone asked like a question today. I forgot to find it, but it was something about kryptonite. The ass back up in the cuddle is a kryptonite.
Kryptonite. Fuck yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Chloe from Denver, Colorado. I went through my boyfriend's phone while he was sleeping because he kept texting someone while we were together. When I looked, he was sexting, but he was sexting himself. When he woke up, I said to him, "What the hell are you doing?" And he said he was role play practicing. Should I be impressed or be alarmed that he's sexting himself for practice? That's strange.
Well, this is a weird episode.
Yeah, like
A lot of guys just talking about themselves, talking to themselves. Okay, so again, I will play devil's advocate.
okay.
Devil's advocate.
I'd like to see
So-
where you go with this.
So I like I said earlier in the other segment that practice makes perfect, right? So maybe he's practicing his game, and that's okay. It's all right. I mean, it's easier to practice it through your phone than it is in person, right? Because you fuck it up in person, it's embarrassing as fuck, right?
By the way, better he's sexting himself
Than somebody
than
else.
somebody else.
Here's my other word of advice: don't go through somebody's fucking phone.
I know we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, like listen, I never met a person that didn't go looking for a problem that didn't find a fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Look,
if you feel like you got to do it, then there's no reason to fucking be with the person if you feel like you got to go through the fucking phone all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
mean-
learn as you get older. It becomes a headache.
It is. I got more important things to worry about. Yeah.
Ethan from Detroit. He decided to do the 75 hard challenge. Made it to day 3, quit, and created my own challenge now called the soft 3.
Sounds
he
like,
made it
sounds
3
like you're a
days.
fucking pussy, bro. What the fuck?
How do you guys feel about things as a 75 hard, Spartan races, etc., etc.?
Is this the one that called the message before that he signed up for it?
No,
This
that was
is
a
the one
training
that
guy.
said- Oh, it was a different guy?
Yeah, do you know what 70? I'm sure you know what 75 hard is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to read a book. It's like 75 days of no drinking. You have to read a passage in a book like every day.
Mm-hmm.
There's like things you have to do for 75 days. It's very discipline oriented.
Yes.
Right. Look, I love those things I like Spartan races. I like them for fun to put on the count of things to do. I only find 75 hard. My only issue is do you really need to go that extreme to prove you can be disciplined? Like if you have no discipline and you jump into 75 hard, yeah, I mean, do you really need to do that? Now, if you're a fitness person and you kind of got your stuff together and you're looking for something challenging to do, I'm like, yeah, it's cool,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But if you're going from 0, how about just go to the gym for a day? How about just start there? Like we talk about all the time. Just how about just baby steps before you go 75 hard?
Yeah.
I
You
just
set yourself up for failure.
yes,
That's what you did. You set yourself up for failure.
and then you'll never do another thing like that could be fun.
And each time you quit, it makes it easier to quit the next time.
100%.
Yeah. I do like to put somebody put on here 75 dates. Sounds like a good movie.
I did 69 dates in 71 days. That was my last time being
I love
single.
working with Tony. He makes me look so good.
69
Like, I look so good next to Tony.
69 dates in 71
so
days.
funny. Not done that. Not been a stripper.
Yes.
Nope. I'm an angel next to Tony.
There's
Love it.
I worked at a job where I was the only single person, and I would go to the office every week, and they'd be like, "Okay, what's the week like?" And where'd you sleep last night?
That's so
And
funny.
I remember being like, I was like, yeah, 60. I counted them, 69 and 71 days. So,
Remember, he's the married one.
I went through a lot of people to find the right one.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what that was.
So funny. So funny. I love it. I love working with you.
Every now and then something comes up, you're like, what? That's happened. So
It's fucking great.
let's see. Troy from Sacramento, California. Troy, I wear ankle weights on dates so I get my extra steps in. Is this smart or am I being a sociopath? I try to hide them wearing my pants, but it never goes unnoticed. And I
is he doing?
He's wearing ankle weights on his dates to get stronger legs. And people keep telling him it's a turnoff, and he thinks it's more about them than him. Bro, you don't need to
Fucking
wear ankle
stupid.
weights on a fucking date.
What are you doing?
Troy, bro, come on. Troy,
What are you doing, Troy?
why? First of all, why? So ankle weights outside of like leg raises and things that, add volume to your, do you like the idea of wearing leg weights walking?
The only time, no,
I don't either.
there's no point. The only time like weights become important is when you're doing any kind of like
Scissor-
step ups, scissor kicks, step ups,
Yeah.
karate kicks. Yeah,
That's a good-
I used to wear them all the time when I used to do karate kicks. Freaking any kind of stuff like that. That takes like a power, explosive, concentrated power movement is fine. But you just walking with them on that's fucking lame, bro.
Yeah, that Troy, you got it.
Lame, dude.
Troy, it'd be way cooler if you went on a date and they saw you the next day doing them a karate on. That'd be cool.
The only way it's gonna work is if you show up and she's got those ankle rip straps on that you hook up a little like cables to. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If she had those on, then you have those on, then that makes sense.
Yeah, but not
Other than that, it doesn't make sense.
not walking around.
Yeah.
Suki from Tokyo, Japan.
What's up, Suki? What's up, Japan?
Suki did write to me that this is a very Japanese thing, so we may not really have knowledge of this in their culture, but he told me he was into primal play. Okay.
Oh, were they dressed like stuffies?
No, but that's what I thought, right? The furries or whatever they are.
Yeah.
That's my first thought, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what primal play is? Go ahead, Gen Z.
My guess is like gorilla.
No. So here it is. Primal play, as I was told by my boyfriend, is where I'm supposed to mimic an animal. So I'm supposed to bark like a dog or growl while he meows.
I've seen this. Yes, there's a girl that actually plays a dog.
Yes.
And I've seen this. Yeah.
I can't bring this up to our couples therapist because she keeps telling me I need to meet him in the middle. So depending on you guys, what do you think of this? And what are some things you guys have been asked to do in the name of love? Well, look, it's so hard for a guy because sometimes when a girl's into something a little strange, I'm all in because I'm like
Fucking freak.
I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I'm like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But there's some things I
Act like an
I
animal.
couldn't do
nothing
that.
for me. No.
No.
Nothing for me, bro.
By the way, I had this happen in Atlantic City. I had somebody straight up meow for probably an hour. I thought it was strange. I didn't say anything until it was over. I still think about it sometimes, but I went through with it.
You're so weird, Tony.
It was a coworker. It was my boss's friend. He wanted me to hook up with her. I needed the job. I wasn't gonna say no.
So you hooked up with a girl who played like a cat. The whole
She
time.
meowed. It was nothing.
Meowed the
It
whole
was
time.
bananas.
No, I would have said no.
I didn't know it was called primal play because you're talking about 20 years ago.
Yeah, probably. That's just fucking weird.
There's
There's Tony making me look good again.
There's some strange shit I've been involved with.
Right.
But
funny.
look, I know about meeting
your
in the
dad.
middle. I get it. I know he's gonna. Oh, Tyler. Yeah. See, there's never gonna be anything you could ask me that I'm not gonna be like. Well, you can ask for any kind of.
So
advice.
she's asking if she should do the primal thing.
Well, she's asking, should she do the primal thing and meet him in the middle? I don't think you should ever do anything you're uncomfortable with. I mean,
fucking weird.
I think it's strange.
Fucking weird.
It is.
Weird. No.
I think you tell your couples therapist because I think you do meet your
I'm a
partner in
saint,
the middle on
right?
a lot of things, but you don't have to meet them on everything.
No, it's fucking weird.
That's strange, Suki. And that's not even a cultural thing, Suki. That's just, that's a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
And look, by the way, people got some weird. The beautiful thing about life nowadays.
Somebody wrote, the only thing in the middle is a taint.
Look, I'm so happy the world exists. You can do all the kinks and whatever kink you're into, there's somebody who likes it, and that's awesome about life.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be into it.
No.
That's a tough one.
Like, I
for
don't
me.
like feet. I hate feet fetish. I freaking that.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
Somebody actually wrote in about something about me and asking. It wasn't turn-ons, but it was something about that. And I didn't understand it because I said ... Remind me not to ask Chris about feet. And now that I'm remembering going through it,
no
somebody
fucking-
wrote that.
The feet.
So, all right. Christina, I go to the gym about 4 times a week, but I never stretch. Maybe once in a while. How do you guys feel about stretching? I actually never see that many people do it before workouts.
Stretching is great. I think it depends on what you're doing. I think stretching is really good for you, especially if you're doing like really high intense workouts. Stretch is amazing, and I think it's good for the body. It's good for the joints. Yeah, we have a big stretch crew at our gym, and
I see people over there now.
That's what we do all the time. I get stretched once a week.
Do you do it through work? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to the stretch lab. It's too expensive, but there is, and actually, this is funny. This is how I know I liked it. I walked in, and I actually picked a guy, and I picked the dude who was jacked, and I signed up, and he goes, and it was really funny. He goes, "Are you comfortable with me stretching you?" And I'm like,
no.
I'm like, bro, I'm here to get stretched. You look like you're gonna stretch me.
Yeah.
I'm good with this. Like, this is fine. As he stretched me, by the way, it was fantastic. It's just so expensive, like $100 and $125 a session.
Yeah,
which is
we're 150.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'll do it on YouTube. But here's the sad part: while he was stretching me, there was a bunch of older men that were just in there, so that some
Watching.
cute girl would just stretch them out.
Oh, I bet.
And I was like, and that was the disgusting part.
Yeah.
But here's my question for you as a personal trainer: I know people pay for your time, right? So they get an hour. Is that what how's the time work for you guys? An hour?
50 minutes.
It's 50 minutes?
Yeah.
So in the 50 minutes, there's no time to build a stretch into a personal training session,
You can.
right? Can you?
Yeah, you can. It's one of the things they try to push at the gym is doing a workout for 40 minutes and then doing 10 minutes
10 minutes
of stretch.
Is that how they
I mean, that's how some of them do it. I don't.
I want my 50 minutes of lifting.
Yeah, I don't. Listen, you can stretch on your own. You don't need me to stretch.
That's what I would want.
I mean, like you don't need me to stretch you. You're paying me a lot of money. I'm here to work out. Now, if you ask me to stretch you, I'll stretch you. I have certain clients of mine with injuries or stuff like that, like a slap tear to the shoulder and stuff like that, and they say, "Oh man, this is really tight. It's bothering me." I'll take the time to stretch them before we start working out. You know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, I leave that up to the other employees that stretch people.
My God, the amount of money to go to the gym, then hire you, then pay for a stretch person.
Bro, and then pay for Pilates,
ridiculous.
and then pay for pay for the pool. Yeah.
Look, I 100% believe that I would hire a trainer for the workout, and then I separately would say, "Hey, can you tell me some stretches I should do?" Now, here's a good question for you: do you find that people should stretch before? And I'm asking you because I don't even think about it before, or if you're lifting, just specifically lifting, did you find it's better for them to stretch before or after?
Again, that depends on what's going on with the person's body, right, and where they're at in their fitness level. I always I consider a warm up a stretch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So 2 physical warm up sets, and then 3 functioning sets. Working sets.
That's a good call.
I consider the 2 warm up sets to be a stretch.
Now I'm proud of myself because I do warm up sets. So I feel I feel like I
There's
stretch.
2 warm up sets are a stretch. It's getting the muscles activated and getting the blood where it needs to be. But it doesn't really matter. It really depends on you and your time, right? So and where your body's at. Like I have 3 balls disc in my back, so I stretch before I do legs. Because I don't want my hips to pull on my lower back, right? So I do things like that. So it can be used as a precautionary, and it can also be used as a relief. So it really depends on where you're at and what your goal is.
Yeah, and look, if you had to, I've done this before with my wife. There are some really, really, really fantastic people on YouTube that actually have stretching channels that actually do walk you through being a beginner. And even if you just do it once a week, it's stretching.
I'll be honest with you, our stretch people, even though they're expensive, are amazing.
Oh, I watch them.
Yeah, Lenny's amazing. Amanda's amazing. Matt, the head, they call him the stretch poppy. He's amazing. They're all really good at what they do. Laura, she's another one. She's good at it too. They're all very good at stretching. I had a shoulder injury. I didn't even know what into my bicep. Freaking, I didn't know that it was inflamed into my bicep, and they were stretching me. And man, she hit my bicep right here,
Oof.
and I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't even know that was happening, bro." Freaking, and but I felt a lot better after I was done. So stretching is good for you. Again, your capacity and what you want to do it in is really up to you and your time and what your body's doing. Yeah.
Oh, you'll love this one. Machine Hog, Sean from Johannesburg.
Sean from Johannesburg.
I watched the guy do curls on a leg press while he was texting. He sat on the same piece of gym equipment for 20
curls on a leg.
He was doing
press.
the leg extensions.
Okay.
Probably what it is. That's probably what he meant. But he was on there for
curls, maybe
25
leg
minutes
curls.
while he was just texting people.
I hate that shit.
Is it ever okay to go up with someone and ask them about when they're done?
Oh, yes.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
100%. Ask them when they're done. Ask if you can work in. I do it all day. I do it all day to everybody. Ask anybody at the gym. If I want that piece of equipment, I'm walking up to you. I'm like, yo, man, how many sets you got? And if they say 2 or 3, I'm like, you mind if I work in? And they're gonna say yes. That I can work in, as they're gonna say, because I'm gonna make that happen. And then the other big pet peeve is putting your weights away.
Oh, bro, you know how I feel about this.
Dude, putting your weights away. Put your weights
I
away.
hate you. I hate you.
I hate you.
I don't hate people. I fucking hate you. I'm looking right at the camera. I hate you if you don't put your gym weights away.
I had a guy last Wednesday.
Oh.
Freaking last Wednesday, dude. I'm training my client.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it.
Freaking.
Putting the dumbbells on the...
Yeah, dude, he put the 50s back where the 20s were at. And he was a big dude. He was like 6'4".
It's always the biggest dude in the gym.
Dude. I was like, yo, man. I was like, you want to put your weights back where they got? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, 50s don't belong in the 20s, bro. That's why there's numbers on them, And if he can,
that's why there's numbers on them,
bro. If he puts the 50s back, and then he stops and he comes back to me. He's like, what's your name? He's like, Christopher. What? You a trainer here, Christopher? Oh, okay. I got you. I was like, oh, you got me? I was like, all right. So then I went up to him again. I shook his hand. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. And he says his name. Dude, he tried his damnedest to squeeze the fuck out of my hand, not realizing that I work at my grip strength all the time. His fucking face turned bright red. He's like, "Rrr."
It's like a Trump move.
My name is Han, blah, blah, blah. And he tried to shake my hand, and my hand didn't move. I was like, listen, man, it's nice meeting you. If you need any help or any workout etiquette, let me know.
That's the
Let
dig.
me know, bro.
Need help, bro.
Yeah, I need help, you let me know.
I went up to a guy only
I
one
hate that
time
shit.
because it was driving. I got there at the gym at probably 6, and by 5:30, this guy had weight plates everywhere, and it had to be
fucking
him.
drives me nuts.
I went up to him and I said, it's the only time I've ever done it. I went to him and said, hey, man, I said, I'm really impressed how strong you are. And of course, he's like, oh, thanks, I've been working
Of course.
out. I go, it'd be awesome. I'd love to see you do. It'd be really impressive. And he goes, what? I go,
Put your weights away.
I'd love to see you put your weights
Put your
away.
weights away, bro.
Dude caught an attitude with me right away. Oh, they pay people for that stuff. I go, no, I work out here and pay, so I don't have to step on all these fucking plates.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it drove me crazy.
They don't pay us to do that, man. We do that out of the kindness of respect of our own gym.
I don't pay to I don't pay to go there, so I got to put home slices weights away.
Man,
So
that drives me nuts. Put your weights away.
Tyler
Like the
from
machines.
well, and by the way, we're getting close. 10 minutes down, or almost done. Another episode rolls by.
It flies by.
Bro, flies by.
Flies by, bro.
Tyler from Wellington, New Zealand. I love being romantic. I love romance. Do you guys? I know Chris has been on the cover of plenty romance novels, so maybe he should know. But what are some ideas for men to follow that they could do for women that they may find to be romantic?
Out of a romance novel?
They said because you're on the cover of romance
cover of
novels.
romance
Maybe.
It's a simple chivalry hasn't died, right? So buying flowers on a whim, not because you did something wrong, just because it's you were thinking of her, is an amazing thing to do. And I think again, women are more turned on by verbiage and actions, right? So the more confident you are, the more you can speak in their language of understanding, the romantic level, and knowing what words to say, is a huge thing. So I would study language, as far as speaking to women on a level. I mean, if you want to read a romance novel, go ahead, man, because women love to listen. Romance novels, dude, that's like it's like a $1 billion industry or some shit.
Girls love to read porn.
They love it's reading porn, man. But the little things, man, buying flowers, showing up, at their job, saying hi, opening the door, buying dinner. It's little things you can do.
Yeah, I think, the key, I think, to what you said is the little things.
It doesn't have to be huge.
Like, for me, the things that I think I do, one of the things I do all year long, which I think really comes into play with someone, my wife knowing and I pay attention, is I'll hear her say something. She'll say, like, something, I'd love to go to that restaurant. Or, oh, my God, we should go see that. And I actually have on my computer a little spreadsheet, and I just make notes. And when it gets to the holiday time...
This is why Tony's married.
And I get to the holiday time, and then I go back on the notes I've made, and and to be honest with you, it's not, they don't have to be big.
No.
It's just the little things.
Just the little things.
Open a door.
Yeah.
Say thank you. Set a good example. Be a great dad.
Yeah.
Be a great boyfriend or husband.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be over the top, and I think for women, to your point...
Here's another thing, too. There's something that's simply lost that is eye contact. Eye contact's huge, man. You can say a lot without saying anything. With the proper eye contact.
Like this moment.
Like this moment, Tony.
So, yes, there's a lot of romantic things to do, but I think to our point, it doesn't have to be big.
No, it doesn't have to be big.
So don't stress about it, but try small stuff to start. I think you'll find that it pays huge dividends. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jerome from New Orleans.
What's up, New Orleans?
New Orleans. My girlfriend said she needs alone time. So I went downstairs to play some PlayStation, and when I came back up, she was masturbating. I was pretty bad because I didn't know that's what alone time means. So we have not talked in weeks about it, and we sweep it under the rug like we normally do. Is this code for alone time? That's great.
So next time, go scream your own name.
Oh my God. I think that, look, I mean.
Oh my God. So listen, we talked about this before, right? We talked about this like a couple episodes ago. You know, people are going to masturbate. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? Again, I think it's kind of fucked up. She didn't want to include you.
I think it is kind of funny that she asked for alone time and just to go downstairs.
Like that's kind of fucked up, man. If you can, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you can, like.
You could have walked in and just be like, need a hand?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you were. I see why you'd be mad a little bit.
I feel like I'd be a little upset about it too.
No, 100%.
100% upset, dude. I think you have a right to be upset, man. Because, you know what I mean? Like it's different if you're not into it, if you're not in the mood, and she wants to have her alone time. That's totally different. But yeah, giving you the option, just kick you out of the room. That's kind of fucked up, bro.
That is kind of fucked up.
That's kind of fucked up, man.
I'm not sure it'll ever come up because you guys sweep everything under the rug, but the next time she asks for alone time, you might just want to be like, hey, just so I know, could you text me when it's okay to come back in here?
Yeah. Like, fuck your alone time. I'm sitting right here.
It's like Frankie the Cabbie said from MTV, and I said it on episode 1.
Yep.
Masturbation is sex with the one I love.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, he's not satisfying her. That's exactly the problem.
So...
Yeah, maybe work on your game a little bit, bro.
I gotta be honest with you, it would bother me a little bit.
Bother the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah.
Rather hang out with your little rabbit than me. Fuck your rabbit. I take that thing out and shoot it. Just kidding. Just mess with it. Just mess with it.
You're like, that's no violence.
Right.
Ivy from Santa Fe, New Mexico. My boyfriend is training for love, he told me. He's in the gym like crazy, like it's a sport. He told me he's working out because he wants to look good naked. I actually found a spreadsheet with sex goals tied to workout goals. Am I the prize or the project? My question is this normal behavior for men? I've only been in 3 relationships, so I wasn't really sure.
100% normal.
100%.
100% normal. And you're both. You're the project and the prize.
It's for you. Look,
you get the win.
You win.
It's a win. It's a win-win for you. You know what I mean?
He's working out, he's staying in shape, and he's doing it to look good for you.
Yeah. Like you're in a win-win situation right here. You have an alpha man who's willing to fucking do the work. Like you have nothing to worry about. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I think it's be perfect.
Yeah. It sounds like you snagged yourself a good dude.
Yeah, look in the what else you want to work out for? But nobody works out, but to look good. I mean, get healthy and all that stuff.
I said one thing, didn't I? The guy goes, man, everybody sees me at the gym every day working out. I think I'm doing it just to look good. I'm working out just so I can fucking fight.
Yeah, So fuck and fight.
He said, fucking fight. That's it. He goes, because I don't know when either situation might happen.
I'll be honest with you. The reality of it is especially as you get older, those 2 things hold true more than...
Yep.
The only other one to meme I love outside of the one you sent me was always the... I work out to let the other dads in the neighborhood know I'm the strongest dad.
Yes. Yeah, everybody know I'm the strongest dad in the neighborhood.
But look, the best thing is, we work out to fuck and fight. I got to protect you, and I want to look good when I'm with you.
That's right.
So, yes. Dimitri, knowing that in order to get healthy, you need to start with good, wholesome food in your body. Are you guys big on reading ingredients, or is there an easier way to eat healthy to optimize health?
You don't want to process food.
Yeah, it's processed foods is the killer.
You just don't want processed foods, man. You want to eat healthy. You got to get homegrown, organic, food, which is expensive. So,
look, it's tough to read ingredients and everything. Like it almost broke my heart the other day. Someone told me that a Costco chicken, like I'm a rotisserie chicken fan, is because it's so easy, but they're loaded with sodium. And I said, I get it. I said, there's something in everything, but your best bet, to Chris's point, is stay away from processed food.
Yeah, stay away from processed food.
Processed food is engineered to make you eat more. When the tobacco industry was under attack, I don't know, 20s, 30s, 40s, whenever it was, 60s, something, the tobacco companies bought the snack food companies and took the engineers from making tobacco and repositioned them to make food addictive. And that's why chips and things are the way they are. They're engineered to
shit.
shut a chemical off in your brain to stop you from being stop eating.
I knew I was a fucking addict.
Isn't that crazy that tobacco people are so smart? They're like, all right, cool, no worries. We're just going to buy snacks and make them addictive.
That's terrible.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. So,
Terribles.
all right, we got time for one more.
One more question, people.
One more question. All right, let's see. Buenos Aires, Argentina. Camellia. I gave my boyfriend a sexy coupon book.
Oh, that's cool. I've got one of those before.
I actually got one time a jar. Yes, my wife, she got me a jar with all kinds of fun stuff in it. It wasn't all just, it was sexy coupon. It was like dates and it was cool stuff. But here's the funny part. I guess she put expiration dates on it.
Oh, that's funny.
So he just tapped her on the shoulder the other day and said he had to return it because a lot of them had expired.
That's funny.
She thought it was rude. He just said he was trying to be funny because he didn't want them to expire. Was this a clever gift? And has anyone ever gifted you guys something like this? So
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. It's a cool gift. It's fun.
I think
if you use it.
I think it's a cool gift if you use it. And the fact that he let them expire, that's his fault.
Yeah.
I mean, the point of you giving it is to use it. And if he waited so long to use them, I'd be like, you don't get another coupon book till next time.
No.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's the way it goes. But
Yeah, no, they're fun. I like this stuff. That's fun.
all that stuff is, I like stuff like that.
I mean, listen, we're all big kids at heart.
It's better than meowing and
no meowing.
and barking and
And calling your own name.
doing calling your own name.
Calling your own name. And then writing yourself sex texts. I don't understand what happened today. What happened today?
There was a little,
Yeah, no, that's fun.
there's some we'll finish on this one because it's a good one.
All
Skippy Burton. Skippy, she writes in.
What's up, Skippy?
Skippy's her nickname. You two definitely love to swear. Not that I care because
We fucking swear.
we do not fucking swear.
Fuck it.
It's all good. But what are your thoughts on women swearing? Don't care, trashy, unladylike, not a big deal.
No, I love it.
I love it.
In fact, that's a good lead in. We have a girl named Ashley coming on our show.
Oh,
Yes.
are we talking about? Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, we're going to have this girl Ashley come on our show. She's a huge TikTok influencer. She's got like 2.1 million followers. Ashley's amazing. She swears all the time. She likes to say, hey, fuckers, you fucking cunts, and all that shit. I like Ashley a lot. So, Ashley, if you're watching, we can't wait to have you on.
What's her TikTok name?
You shouldn't ask that because I totally forgot.
Oh, yeah, it's a good call.
I totally forgot that.
well,
I sent it to you. Wait.
I know you sent it to me.
Yeah, I can't. I sent it to you. If you're going to yell at me, Ashley, I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
Ashley, we're sorry. We don't know.
Yeah, but she's huge, and she's funny as fuck.
This is where we would put it up.
Yeah, we would put it up right.
If we thought about it ahead of time.
right here. This is where it's going to
We'll
be.
cut it in.
When you watch the shows, we cut it right there, Ashley, right there.
But
yeah, no, I think swearing's cool. Like, listen, there's a proven scientific fact that people that swear more are more honest.
look, I think that my wife brought it to my attention. I think she was right about it. I used to swear every other word. So I think there is a limit of being using them in a fun way, but also there are people who say entirely too much, and then it becomes a little bit unintelligent.
Yes.
But I think just finding a good balance. But look, words are words, and there's nothing wrong with a fuck every now and then. As long as somebody's just not saying it and by the way, Mom, you're on here. You're who I'm talking about. Every fucking 5 sentences is, what the fuck were you doing fucking Saturday for fucking Mother's Day? And you're like, whoa, slow down.
I love your mom. I haven't met your mom, but it sounds like I love your mom.
My mom is, she's a crazy, she love her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's also a little, but look, what kind of mom wouldn't you love that gets you a job as a stripper?
Right?
So maybe one day we'll
Have mom come on.
So, but to Chris's point, as we bring the episode to a close, one of the things you guys will notice as we move into the next.
Hold on. So Connie keeps asking about a UFC question.
Connie wants to know if we were UFC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you love the UFC too, right?
Yeah.
Love the UFC. It's fucking fantastic. Coming to Prudential Center. Might try to go. Tickets are fucking expensive. But she wants to know who would you walk out to? What song? By the way, what song would you walk out to in the UFC?
Oh, it's easy. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, mine would be Rage Against the Machine. I would pick Rage.
Mine would be Saliva. Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, dude. That build up right there, and I come out. Yeah, fuck yeah.
If you have
so, it's all fired up. Like the veins already popping out.
All right, so you are going in for a heavy set at the gym, right? Everyone throws the headphones on. What's the one song you play? What's the and I only know mine because Google at the end of the year tells me what like the most songs you listen to.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
From Korn.
Korn.
Are you ready? Yeah.
Mine is Rage Against the Machine. Wake Up. They start screaming, "Wake up!"
Or did it all for the Nookie from Limp Bizkit. Did it all for the Nookie.
My other one
or Break Stuff from Limp Bizkit.
That's another. Oh, that's a great classic. Was it? Is it 2000 or 90s?
I don't know.
I've always messed those up.
Break Stuff is crazy.
Is it 90s?
Break Stuff is great.
And my other one is Seether, No Jesus Christ. That's
I saw Seether twice, man.
Did you?
Amazing band.
Yeah, that song gets me. That gets me fucking hyped.
Cherry Pie gets you fired up? No, that's not how it works.
She's my cherry
That
pie.
doesn't get me fired up. I did love that song. I used to love that cover.
It's a great song.
I had a huge crush on the girl on the cover, dude. That girl was fucking so hot.
I don't know if I'm lifting to it, but
I'm not listening to it.
But there you go, Connie. There's your answer. So
there you go.
But as always, as we bring another episode to close, episode 15. So a couple things just so you guys know. First off, as we move into the evolution of stuff, which is fantastic, we are working on the store, which is great. You're going to see more merch come through, which is great. That's going to be an evolution for us. The second part, to Chris's point, we waited as long as we could until we really, first of all, so we've gotten better. One of your people that you trained actually came up to me in the gym today, and she came up to me, she introduced herself, I can't remember her name. Maybe Yolanda? Yeah, Yolanda. Look at that. I remembered.
No, I don't train her, but she's a great person.
Yeah, so she knows you, and she goes, hey, I listened to all your episodes, and she goes, the evolution of you two in 15 or in 14 weeks is amazing. And I go, yeah. Every time someone asks me about the podcast, I never tell them to go to one. Yeah. I'm like, just listen to the last one. Just the last episode. We get better. But we're going to have people come on. We're going to have guests come on, celebrities. We've got a lot of people who have asked us, so you're going to see them zoom in so that you won't get just advice unfiltered from the two men up here, the two gorillas. So we'll have some silverback girls. But Ashley reached out. They connected. She is awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So we're looking.
When you see Ashley come on, she's so bluntly honest about shit. That's why I can't wait.
It's like another one of us.
Yeah, because she'll be able to sit here and answer. Let's see if we can get her in person.
We'll see what we can do. But she's going to be our first guest, so we're working out those details. But what you're going to see is advice unfiltered, and we're going to have different opinions come in, which is going to be fantastic. So outside that, for me, I always shout out Ming, owner of the Shared Universe. The man holds it down. Tyler up in here.
Forgetting something. We had a poll.
Oh, yeah.
Chris
By
Davis
the way.
poll.
All right, so Tyler, thank you as always, our Gen Z engineer.
What's up, Tyler?
Look at our first guest. Yeah, the little man
Avery?
comes in. Avery comes in. Watching Dad work.
Hi.
Avery, what'd you think of, where's the mic? What'd you think of your first podcast in the studio?
The studio looks really cool.
It does, doesn't it?
Right.
Are you think you're going to be a regular, you're going to come back? You're going to be a regular guest?
I think.
You think? Yeah. All right. Well, good. One of these episodes, you guys can sit in the chairs and we'll listen to you guys talk about stuff. So shout out Avery for coming through. The poll of the day, the Christopher David poll of the week last week was actually hilarious. Should Chris shave?
Should I shave my beard?
By the way,
what do you guys think? Should we shave my beard?
I've never seen a poll 100% to 0. No.
No?
It was clearly
no. I shouldn't shave my beard.
Not one person
said yes.
So, except for Avery.
Except my son.
No, he says no. That's what
I agree with that. I don't think you should.
No shave.
Shave my beard, huh?
So, thanks to the family. Thanks to Ming. Thanks for all of you.
What's
we appreciate you. You just said it. We talked about it. What was you said it? Think about other people during sex.
Oh, yes. How many of you think of me during sex?
Wow.
That's so fucked up. I shouldn't even ask that question.
Or you could just say, out Chris included.
How many of you think of Tony?
No, don't think about me.
How many of you think of Tony?
No, don't. Look, it's all good. But if you do, how many people?
Eiffel Tower.
Wow.
Eiffel Tower.
It's a wrong arm one. I already fucked it up. I already fucked it up.
All right, good.
But look, hey, we love you guys. We thank you guys. All the look. It's crazy the community we're building. It's crazy the amount of people are coming up to us. I appreciate all of you. Thank you as listeners. And like I say all the time, this would be nothing without you guys. So
you answered the poll on our website, www.
Should we sing happy birthday, though? It's your birthday.
Yeah, it's Tony's birthday. Let's say happy birthday. Sing happy birthday to Tony. You can hear me sing. Right?
Yeah, all right.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, everybody.
And many more.
Yes, many more with the success of this podcast. That's what I want.
Right on, man.
Yeah, next year it'll be episode, I don't know, probably like 60, 70.
I don't know.
In a different
It'd be
country.
In a different country. On tour. On tour, bro. As always, man, listen, we love it. We love you guys being here. We love you guys watching. We love the love and support. We love all the positive affirmations you guys are putting out there for us. Talking about the Golden Globes and all that stuff, man.
Golden Globes.
Yeah, having their own podcast category, which is amazing. I met with some people from Netflix this weekend. That was pretty cool too. You guys are making things happen for us, and we're making things happen with you guys too, because you guys are listening. You guys are taking the advice. You guys are changing your lives, and you're being motivated, which is really fucking awesome. And we're really honored and humbled to be a part of that. And we're happy to have you part of the growth, man. As always, we believe in you. This is Tony Rodriguez. I am Christopher David, and this is Advice Unfiltered.